Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
We're the Tipsy Chicks.
Ready to
Get it
sip
going?
and tip, right?
Sipping and tipping. That's what we do. All right. Today we're featuring for St. Patty's Day. Hello, where's your green people? We're featuring Irish whiskeys. Got two separate ones. Today, they're both Bushmills. This is a 15-year single malt aged in bourbon casks.
And this is a single malt aged in port casks.
Awesome. A whole lot of bourbon and port going on, I guess, eh?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Just a little tidbit. I was kind of just looking at the background of how St. Patty's got all popular and that in America. But
she's kind of nerding out, by the way.
Go ahead. I like to do that though. Just the origination of it was Saint Patrick was he was a 5th century Roman British missionary who went to Ireland and basically brought Christianity to Ireland. And one thing I thought was interesting is legend has it that he used the shamrock to introduce the Holy Trinity. So that was the 3. These are 4, so I don't know, but anyway.
Well, now y'all learned something today. At least one thing, if nothing else.
A little bit of tidbit there.
Yeah, awesome.
The other thing I thought that might be interesting for you all is just to kind of know the difference between the requirements for Irish whiskey versus bourbon. Okay, and so I'm going to read a little bit here because I know I don't have it memorized. So Irish whiskey is obviously produced and aged in Ireland, and bourbon is produced in the U.S. Irish whiskey is made from cereal grains, bourbon made from at least 51% corn. Irish whiskey is fermented by the action of yeast, distilled to max of 189.6 proof, and bourbon is distilled at 160 proof or below. Irish whiskey uses wooden casks aged at least 3 years, and bourbon uses new charred oak barrels. Okay, and then Irish whiskey is free of added substances except they can add caramel coloring. In bourbon, you can't add anything except water. And bourbon is also put into a container at 125 proof or below. So
except for the hazmats that are 130 and 140.
Yeah.
And 160 from our first episode.
That's true. Well, what? Okay.
Well, I think it's just when they put in and they do other things with it, and then the proof changes again. So
the requirements change.
Yeah, they put it in another cask, like a double oaked, and you're going to get more of the oak and more of the stuff in there. So
gotcha. All right. I just thought that stuff was interesting. There are variants of whiskey. So you have the single malts, which is what we're doing tonight. That's made from malted barley, water, yeast, and it's at a single distillery. And then grain, you have grain whiskey made with corn, wheat, or rye, not malted. And then you obviously have the blended, which is a combination of those two. And then what's different about Irish whiskey, and that's standard for bourbon and all that. Mm-hmm. But Irish whiskey, they also do a pot still Irish whiskey, which is made from malted and unmalted barley. And it's also it's in a pot still and at a single distillery. So those are kind of the requirements for a pot still Irish whiskey.
Yep. And for those of you that reached out, there's some of your fun facts asking us the differences about bourbon and stuff. So that's one little tidbit. We're going to add other fun facts as we go along each week.
If there's anything you guys are just curious about or whatever, we'll be glad to kind of look that up.
Please ask. We're not experts, but we'll definitely know the answer. We'll look it up. So, there's Google today. And also, most people who are bourbon people know there's a pot still bourbon out there. I will tell you, I don't know that it's the best bourbon, but it's drinkable. It's good for mixes, but we'll feature that just because it has a pretty glass, a bottle at some point in time. So, all right. First thing I wanted to point out, if you look at this one, that was aged in the used bourbon cask. And this one's a little more, got a little more amber color to it, and this is a little more golden. And I know it has a larger stickers on it, but if you can see from our point of view, and then if you can tell in the glass, these two are the port, and these two are the bourbon, and so these are just a little more gold and yellow.
That wine kind of makes this a little more English. Yeah. So
well,
they're pretty, all of them.
Should we get to tipping and sipping?
I say we should.
These have been resting out now about 10, 15 minutes. I've never had Bushmills, so I'm going to apologize ahead of time for any faces or things that come out of my mouth.
So this is the bourbon cask.
Mm-hmm. Bourbon cask.
Age 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years. So to me, it should be pretty decent, but I will tell you, the legs it's slow. I mean, they're kind of hanging down the side of the glass. It's got a nice edge where the bourbon stops. So,
right.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry, but that original smell was ass.
Well, they didn't catch the ass, but
it was ass for me.
I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Oh, that's a little better. I'm getting some banana.
I just got banana. That's weird.
Little banana.
That's surprising.
A tiny bit of like a sugar, a lightly burnt sugar.
Yeah.
Maybe when you're boiling sugar and it just starts to turn to a caramel. But before it gets to be, I'm not getting the ethanol's past me. It just didn't smell good. If you ever change a baby's diaper and they have a little dirty butt, that's what that first one was like for me. I'm sorry.
Well, the mushed up banana will do that to you.
Yeah, it does. Little skid marks. Okay.
All right.
Ready? Let's get the palate.
Let's do it. It's sweet forward.
I still get banana.
Yeah, more so than
it's sweet. It's banana, and then there's fruity, like almost having. It's like if you eat a fruit salad with grapes and the strawberries and everything.
Apple.
Yeah, apple. You know what I mean?
But it's warm spice on the finish to me.
It's warm and spicy. Yes, I agree. It's I get a little earthiness too. I'm not gonna say peat or dirt, but it's earthy. Like there's that maybe a mushroom or fresh after a fresh rain, how the ground smells. That's.
Do you feel like it's a sweet finish? I mean, the sweet kind of stays. It lingers.
Yeah.
On your tongue, to me.
And the fruity banana-y thing stays on my tongue. Man, I didn't expect banana at all. I'm getting a ton of banana. But you know what?
Too, but
I hate to say this, people. I'm not an expert, but if you ever have a dog in the rain and you come up and it wants to kiss you, that fur smells like wet dog. I'm getting wet dog. That doesn't mean this is bad. I don't think it's bad.
I don't get that at all.
But it changes for me.
I get the sweet.
Still banana, wet dog.
That's interesting. Wet dog.
Well, it is about St. Patty's Day.
It's fairly light.
It is. It's extremely light.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So my question is, do we want to try it with some corned beef and cabbage?
Sure.
Executive producer.
Do you want to do that now, or do you want to taste the other one first? You want to do it now?
Yeah, let's do it now. Let's just have a little
let's do it.
Taste and let's see what the heck happens.
So compliments of
one of our chefs.
Oh.
Thank you. We decided that, when you have food or you're eating a snack, brings out other flavors in whiskeys and bourbons. And so why not have some corned beef, cabbage with our, go ahead, cut some.
Okay.
I'm just going to get mine together while you're cutting. have a tiny little bite just to see. And then let's see what that last swig tastes like then, eh?
Yeah. If I can get it on the fork. There we go. Ready?
This is so good. I had
good.
some earlier. Oh my God. I think I'd knock an old lady down to get the last bit of that.
All right.
All right, let that.
So,
Here we go. Last swig.
I got oak on that one.
Ooh. Okay, it definitely has opened up some other flavors. So I still get the banana, a tiny bit in the very beginning.
Not getting it as
But I
much.
got slapped with the oak. I got a little more caramel sweetness, like more of that what you
Yeah.
get with regular bourbon.
Yeah.
On that one. I'm also still getting a little bit of earthiness, but it's not as
Maybe not
prominent.
getting earthy, but yeah.
And it's a really light finish. The problem is it's a very short finish. Like there's no, others like you just can taste things and more layers. This is not happening for me with
The
this.
sweetness
But it is a
still
light
lingers.
whiskey.
I think the sweetness still lingers.
Sweetness, but you don't develop more flavors.
No, right. And,
Right?
I'm still getting some warm spice.
Yeah, I
At
get
the
warm
end.
spice, but it's not the kind when you're drinking certain bourbons where
No,
it like, heats you from here to here or here to here.
it's really light.
It's just kind of right
like,
here.
yeah.
It's like, hey, chef's kiss, and I'm done.
There you go.
Wouldn't you agree?
I do.
All right. Well, shall we head to the port?
We shall.
All right. Oh, definitely can smell the port wine.
Yep.
By the way, do you see how beautifully plated this was? I mean, it got the cabbage. It's got a little char on it with a carrot and a potato. I need this chef to come live with me. Okay, I'm still getting a fruity.
I'm getting the fruity.
Yeah, and then maybe that's just their whiskey.
More
but
like the dark
dark
cherry,
fruits. Yep,
the
definitely
dark,
cherry. To me, this smells like the Luxardo cherries I like to put in my old fashions.
Those
It's a little more depth than a
I
maraschino.
don't think it's a true Manhattan if you don't have a Luxardo cherry.
Palate? Hit it.
All right. Smooth.
Wow. So there's definite, the wood cast that is put in, it definitely comes there. I definitely get the wood, whatever the cask is. I didn't read to know the exact thing.
It doesn't say.
It is triple distilled, both of them. They're both very smooth, but this hits completely differently, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's
drier.
Woody notes come out. It's definitely drier. You can smell the fruits.
Yeah.
But the fruits aren't they're not dancing around my tongue or, having a party on the back of my palate like some of them do.
That is so smooth. What do you think?
Wow. Okay, so I've never had either. And again, I'm going to say this a million times. I'm not an expert. But these two, for you folks out there who have reached out to us, these could be beginner whiskeys. They're smooth. They don't burn. You get two totally different flavors. You definitely I get the wine. I get the port flavors, the cherries, the fruity flavor, but nothing lingers that stands out that makes you say it's this, and this. Because it's so well blended, maybe, and the type of wood that they use for that. And I am not an expert in Irish whiskey, but even though I thought this one smelled like ass, I thought it was great flavor. And I really, really enjoy this. I don't know that I like one more than the other because they're so different. I think I would drink either depending on
Yeah, I
maybe
like them both. Maybe this one for me is a touch above, just because I like it. It was smoother to me.
Well, there's not as much heat, even though there's
Right,
hardly
that's
any
what it
heat, but
is.
it's just smooth. So
Maybe.
you're like,
Yeah.
it's like having a Dr. Pepper, right? That flavor, but you feel it. This keeps the same flavor where this starts out one and then that warmth kind of just comes across. Agreed?
You can see what the difference
Yeah.
is.
So we're going to do one more quick taste. Go ahead and see if we can discern anything else out. I'm hoping that we're able to see any other flavor just for fun.
Did y'all get that chalkboard sound?
Okay, that's not going to work for me. Let me do it this way. Go ahead.
Whoa.
Don't let her fool you. She likes to throw stuff. I've seen it. Okay. Slancha. Oh, totally changes. Definitely the wood comes out. But now I get more, I would say, with certain bourbons like chocolate.
Mm.
You know, that dark chocolate?
Yes.
And it seems to be less dry.
It is
initially
less dry.
After I had it with that. The dryness is now starting to hit. And it's even more smooth.
I was just going to say that. Like,
yeah. So
I'm drinking alcohol.
You know, I don't know. I like them both. I would say give them a try. You beginners, those of you who have reached out to us, like try them.
Yeah.
I don't know the price points. I did not look that up because I like to taste most of these blind to give you my true taste. You too.
Yeah. These were gifts. Friend of mine went to Ireland and they were gifts. So I don't know what the price points are, honestly.
Well, they're worth a try.
I agree.
And happy St. Patrick's Day, y'all.
We'll send you a little luck your way.
Yeah.
And
I hope I catch the leprechaun with a pot of gold.
Yeah, maybe you can look what's in the background to maybe see what's coming up soon.
Yeah. Remember, we keep saying something big's happening. Pay attention.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, Taylor Swift is the only one who gives Easter eggs. Not. We can too.
That's right.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.